All right. The final test I'm going to do before I start uploading. I will eventually get around to testing paths through Node 2. Largely, you're going to see the same types of results. I know I have another failure scenario defined here, but I'm going to have to change the way the lab is built a bit. Not physically, just more logically, because I don't know that that would be a very interesting test unless my path was going through Node 1, which is quite easy to do. It's actually more complicated to go update the Visio, which again, not that tricky, but I'm going to next work in the morning, so probably at 5 o'clock, going to go make dinner for the family. So right here I've got my two devices. I've already verified the clusters back to where it needs to be. Graceful restart's off, BFD is on. See the sessions over here and the remote firewall, and I checked them over here. So without further ado, let's get to it. Reset, and here we go. So I'm expecting this to behave better than it did with Graceful Restart turned on. That's hold down. Man, 5 minutes, that's rough. And it's funny, actually, in the time since I was last recording the previous video, ended up having a conversation with somebody about OSPF convergence, and they were doing some commits that were causing the session to drop, and it was, impacting their network. And it was a situation where they were actually running BFD with OSPF, which is not all that common in my experience. But I talked to them a little bit about how Graceful Restart might be a better plan, because if the protocol itself is dropping, the path and the routing, it's all still there. Like, continue sending traffic. It should still work. So, cool. All right. Close. There it is. Hey. Okay, about a minute flat. Let's see, where does that measure up? Yeah, I think that puts us somewhere between no special config and GRE Keepalives. I'm interested to know how this works. If it works any better or worse or slower. Oh, look at that! I jumped the gun. Oh, oh, I got so excited. Of course, that doesn't work. I gotta move this. Oh, and there we go. We're back. So you know what? Let's just let's say that was about 1:30, because I think largely the failover probably was similar to this 1:20 here. I would have expected it to be closer to this, but we might also be within the window of what our convergence of both our cluster REs coming up and BGP reestablishing on. Now we should still have this, BGP path through this other, the backup node, active and working, but the routing engine spinning up on the second cluster. I don't know. I'd say that, at least where I'm sitting, as long as you don't have Graceful Restart on, it's going to be about 50 seconds to 1.5 minutes, the impact that you're going to feel. Now, again, I would remind users who are thinking, oh my God, the cluster, why is it not working? Why is this not seamless? It's because we're not using redundant Ethernet interfaces upstream. We've got discrete ISPs. If I was dual homed to each of these clusters here, this failover should be much faster. And I'll do failovers that demonstrate that here in the near future. So this is about, roughly 1 minute, let's say 25 seconds. I can proceed. All right, let's say that was 25, 15, 10, 95, 96, yeah, I'll do a test where we actually multi-home like one of these VMXs, both of these devices. And if we do a failover, it should be a much, much shorter time. But this is more focused on branch, and I think for now we're done. So I hope this has been informative. There are going to be other videos. I'll obviously do an overview and configs and all that in other videos. So keep an eye out for those. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Take care.